Hey everybody, this is Heidi Cooper. I am going to demonstrate emotional freedom technique, or EFT. I'm going to talk a little bit about the method and its purpose. I'm going to show you the acupressure points for tapping, which is EFT, and we're going to create a setup statement. I'm going to show you how to create a setup statement or a reminder phrase with your client, and then we're going to go through the basic recipe, it's called, according to founder Gary Craig. So this is definitely a non-traditional intervention, and it was a bit difficult finding um, studies. I'm going to use this in my group presentation. So really, the last 10 years, they were hard to find in the library. But the purpose of EFT, or tapping, is to use uh, a gentle cognitive technique, which is also about self-awareness and body awareness, to reduce and release negative emotions. So I mentioned Gary Craig is the founder, but there's also a Stefan Gonick who goes as far as to say you can remove the damage that has been done. One of the studies I found was with regard to veterans and PTSD, and after using EFT intensively, and in this particular study for 5 days, PTSD symptoms were reversed. So I'm just thrilled about contributing to validating this new energy intervention, if you will. But also a lot, which also aligns with, let's say, Rothschild, who talks about offering your client mindfulness on a body level, if that's where they choose to go, or that's where their challenge is, on a thought level, emotional level, or spiritual level. This intervention can be used with anxiety, psychological issues, sleep, diet, pain. I've even spoken with folks who have described that there are people tapping in the world kind of on a macro level for the health of the community. So let's just take a deep breath. When we think about, as Craig says, the movie that's playing in your head that sets you off or sets your client off or triggers you, it could be your pain that just won't go away, and that you're feeling about a pain. But we're going to create a setup phrase, okay? And we're going to use that with the 9 points that I'll show you. So let's say that I am just, when my daughter, let's say, who's a teenager, who is doing her own thing as a teenager, but because of my abandonment issues, it sets me off and creates anxiety. I can't think, I can't focus, I can't do what I was doing until I address this with myself. So my setup phrase is we're going to start here with the hand. This is the first karate chop point, this immediate part here. Although I'm really upset right now and I feel unloved, I deeply love and appreciate myself. So you've got those two components. Although my story, I deeply love and appreciate myself. And I'm going to do that 3 times. Although I deeply love and appreciate myself. And not just like I deeply love and appreciate myself. I deeply love and appreciate myself. We're going to set that in, because we are going to just focus on the negative emotion to release that. So we want to make sure the body knows 3 times, I deeply love and appreciate myself. But let me show you the points. And so we'll start with the karate chop point. We've got the crown of the head. And even though, there's certain points up here that we're reaching for, so as long as we do this, we'll be okay. And on the side of the eyebrows, I'm going to tap. It'll be like a half a dozen points. I mean, a half a dozen taps. It could be at one side or both. I think if you like that, you can just hit it. On the side of the head here, on the temple, and okay, and then here, on the bone, right here. Here in the little well, excuse me, right here, a little row over here. These are acupressure points right in here in the little crest of the chin, the crease. And we've got two sides right where the U is here, where the bones begin. So if you just tap here, you're bound to get the points. And I don't know about you, but since I've been doing this a couple times, I can feel it already. My body awareness. And then underneath the arm is the last point, like either where the bra, kind of where the bra is on a woman, or across from the nipple on a guy. And you can do both sides if you want. If someone's little and they want to just grab themselves and hit both points, we can do one side. And then we breathe. So I'm gonna put my glasses back on. So you're with your client. Someone is your child client or your adult client. You as the clinician can visually see something's going on right now. And you can ask them, do you want to try this technique? It's really helpful in terms of becoming aware of the feeling that you're having and letting it go. And you might want to choose your words around that depending on how receptive your client is. But let's just try this because it might be able to be a tool in your tool bag and make you feel better and have a little bit more self-control around when you get upset. So I'm going to take a deep breath and I'm going to see how I feel right now. I'm going to give it a scale. So how do you feel right now? How, on a scale of 0 to 10, are you like, I can't even sit in this chair. I'm so triggered. I'm so upset. Or is it more like a 6 or a 4 or a 2, where I'm just happy and on a beach, 0? Okay. So we'll give it, like, say, an 8. I'm really an 8. I really am upset right now. So we're going to start with we're going to do 3 times the setup statement, the 2 parts on the karate chop point. And however you do that, as long as you're getting the meaty part on one of these hands. Although I am really upset right now. I can hardly breathe. I feel so unloved. I deeply love and accept myself. Although I'm really upset right now. I just can hardly articulate to you how upset I am. I deeply love and accept myself. We want to make sure to highlight that because we're giving our body direction right now. It's confusing because I can feel the trigger. Okay. Although I am very upset right now, I deeply love and accept myself. And now I'm going to start the basic recipe, which is the 8 other points. And when we do the 8 other points, we're going to focus on the problem. My relationship with my daughter. It makes me so upset. Inside of the eye points. I feel so unloved. I don't even know how I can sit in front of you and not just break down right now. I love her so much and I feel so unloved. I feel so unloved. So we're focusing on the problem. I feel so unloved. I can't even think. I just want to cry right now. I feel so unloved. I feel so hurt. And the description may change its words. But we're releasing that negative stored emotion. I feel so hurt. I feel so abandoned. I'm in so much pain. Whatever the problem is, whatever the movie is, as Craig says. And here, I feel so unloved. I'm going to the under the arm points. So that was 1. That was a basic recipe. So we'll do it 2 times. Breathing. Out of body. So when you're really triggered, when they're really triggered, this is really helping us be in the body. so upset. In here, she really hurt my feelings. My feelings are hurt. I really hate this. However the movie transforms, if you're releasing that emotion, I really hate this. I can't believe I'm still dealing with this. Ugh. Okay. So whereas I was at an 8, kind of stirred myself to an 8, I did the basic recipe 2 times. And I'd say I'm about a 5. So Gonick says that after 2 rounds of the basic recipe, you usually improve about 2 points. And even us as new practitioners of using EFT, we could be 40 to 50% effective in helping our clients. So after that basic recipe twice, and let's say you've improved 2 times, if the client is still with you and they want to go, we can do the basic recipe, the 9 points, starting here, going here, ending here, 2 more times, and assess again. So that is emotional freedom technique. I am thrilled with the studies, and I'm happy to share that with you today.